This is Gabrielle. This is the day that the Lord has made. I am rejoicing and I'm glad in it. What a gorgeous day we are having in New England here. It's gorgeous. It's not too bright, but it's beautiful. This is the day that the Lord has made. I am rejoicing and I'm glad. You gotta rejoice. Today is Holy Saturday. Hope you all getting ready for a beautiful Easter Sunday. Whether it is with friends, family, church family, doesn't matter. As long as you are in community, it's a good thing because community matters to me. It's very important to be around people, whether it is a church community or your own family or friends that you have turned into, friends who have turned into family. Because sometimes your friends are closer than your own biological families, but it's our responsibility to cultivate relationships, to make sure that we do everything we can to build those relationships so that even those who are distant for a moment, they can come closer. If they're not toxic, if they're not self-destructive or destructive towards you, you should do everything you can to bring them closer. So I did my nails for Easter. I love yellow. I think yellow is a great color for Easter. And I decided to do yellow because I don't know, I was thinking about what color should I do, and I did yellow. And then I went to a store to pick up something. I kid you not, I think I was like 10 feet away from a guy. He was like, hi, and I was like, hello. He's like, I love your nails. And I was like, oh. Like I had, after I did it, it had been a day, I forgot. And he's like, I love your nails. And I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Now, I said thank you to him. I don't know his motive, but literally what I took from that was, this is someone who saw something and said to themselves, oh, I recognize this is something great. This is something like I like. Let me let the person know that I like it. And that was a nice gesture of him to say that. And it really made me feel a certain way because the truth of the matter is we all love recognition. Don't you love recognition? We all love recognition. Of course, we want it to come from the right sources. We don't want people to overdo it. And we don't want a situation where people are patronizing you because they're looking for something else. But sometimes it's nice to be recognized for something that you're doing that's great, that you've done that's great, and for something that you're thinking about doing, you share with someone instead of discouraging you. They say, yeah, I believe you can. I believe this is in you. You should go for this. Go for it. You'll do well. That's the type of person I am. My friends, they always know that I have eyes, so I see. If I see them with a beautiful dress or done something with their hair or done something with their nails or anything, going to school or buying a house or wanting to start a business or starting a business or getting a promotion, I'll be the first one to say, let's go celebrate. I'll be the first one to say, congratulations. And I'll make sure I verbalize it, not just say, no, that's not congratulations, my friend. Or say, oh, that's good. No, you gotta show excitement and enthusiasm. This guy showed a lot of excitement and enthusiasm when he saw my nails, and he was like, he doesn't even know me. He didn't have to make an impact, but he chose to. Okay? You could do that. So that's why sometimes when I'm walking around here and I see somebody, I'll stop. Even when I'm doing my videos, I'll stop to say good morning. That's recognizing somebody. To say good morning to them. May they have a good morning. The reason it's so important because, this is good for Holy Week. Tomorrow is Easter or Resurrection Sunday for those who are Christians who call it that. Even Jesus, when he was on the cross in Mark, it talks about how he felt forsaken. One of the 7 words that Jesus spoke was, Father, 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 why have you forsaken me? Like feeling like he's alone in the world. He's by himself. He was taking all the pain by himself. So many times when you don't recognize people, you basically telling them they're alone. That you don't see them. They can feel forsaken. They are folks who are in community large community of bodies of people and still feel alone. Yesterday I was talking to a friend of mine, and I had not spoken to her in a while because I was busy with work, and she herself hasn't been feeling so well. And I just called her. She's the type of person who call you periodically to see how you doing. And I called her back and I said, how you doing, everything? And I said, you going to church on Sunday? She said, yeah. And I said, you go to church in that town, right? She was like, yeah. And I kid you not, from her house to that town, it's probably on a good day 45 minutes, on a bad day an hour and a half. Okay, good day 45 minutes. And I'm like, honey, why do you go so far for church? She's like, Gabrielle, I used to go to the one down the street. And I was like, oh, I know that one, because I had visited, because my cousin, who unfortunately no longer with us, used to live in that neighborhood. And many times when I go to visit her, we will go visit that church. And she said, yeah, I was there for several years. I left because I felt all alone. And I'm like, that big church? She's like, yeah, I felt all alone. I could be out and not be at church for a month because I'm sick. She has chronic illnesses, issues. She said, I could be sick for a month. Not one person called me to see how I'm doing. Not one person recognizing that I wasn't there. Not one person. And if they did, because people have eyes, they can see. You know, they have eyes, they see you beautiful. They have eyes, they see you have accomplished. They have eyes, they see that you are striving, you are working hard. And yet they don't recognize it. She said, you know what? They would see that I'm not there. But nobody would pick up the phone to say, sister, so-and-so, how you doing? I haven't seen you. Is everything okay? Do you need me to pray for you? Because that's what the body of Christ is supposed to do. The body of believers. It's a community. You have to watch out for one another. So it's the same way. So she said, told me, yeah, I decided to go an hour and a half away. I don't know if that's the best decision, because to me, it's always important to be close by so that you can, I don't know, I grew up going to church, like literally waking up on a Sunday, getting dressed and walking like 10 minutes to church. And I still have that. I still yearn for that. You know, just like in school, when you go to school in this country, you don't go to the next town over or 2 towns over unless you go into private school. And even that, it takes away from you being able to build community. So she told me I'm that far away because she said, Gabrielle, last week I was sick. The pastor called me to find out how I was doing and prayed with me. I feel like I'm not alone. And so that's what she has going on right now. So I hope today that you don't feel alone, that you know that there are people who want to connect with you. They are the right community of believers who want to connect with you, family members that you haven't spoken to. I have people in my family like that. They just decided that they'll do better without, you know, us. I don't know what's going on, but you know, it is what it is. Don't be isolated. Even Jesus felt forsaken. So being forsaken or feeling alone by yourself, it's something that we all can feel. But it is your responsibility too to make an effort to pick up that phone call, that phone, and make that phone call to reach out to people. Let them know that you love them, that you see them. Everybody want to be seen. You see them, and that you've been thinking about them. You've been praying for them. You would like to get together with them. I have a friend I love so much. I call her sometimes and say, hey, did you leave town? Did you get rich and moved out of the country? Or did you find a rich situation? I always joke like that, because if I don't hear from her in a week or 2, I call and say, hey, I haven't heard from you. So she's a busy mom with 4 kids, wife, and very busy life. But I say, hey, let's have lunch to reconnect. Let's get together for coffee to reconnect. You gotta do stuff like that because it's important to stay connected, because isolation is what's hurting so many of us, especially if we are feeding off social media, we're feeding off the radio, we're feeding off media altogether. and we're not feeding off each other, we'll feel forsaken and alone. And Jesus came so that we could have full life, an abundant life, and a life full of joy. So this is the day that the Lord has made. I pray that today and this week that you can have joy, unspeakable joy, and that you not only have it for yourself, your cup will overflow, and that you'll share that joy with somebody else. That's what I'm doing today. I came out. It's such a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I'm just rejoicing, and I'm glad, and I wanted that for you as well. May God bless you. Bye.